I'm going to hack the latest Apple TV 4K third generation by replacing its AC power supply with a low voltage DC module, making it possible to run the whole setup with a little power bank, and so I can watch the video on my AI glasses, which is then connected via USB-C DisplayPort cable, and I have to convert its HDMI to USB-C output, but that's a different topic. All right, let's get to it. For this mod, you will need the following components. I will do a step-by-step guide to make this work. You will need a basic wiring knowledge, but if you follow my guide, it should be fine. So first of all, we need this core component, which is the DC module, the power delivery trigger, USB-C output with some jumper. Following the guide back here, we want to get 5 volts output from these two cables, positive and negative, which goes to the DC step-down module that outputs 4.3 or 4.29 volts of output from these two cables, then connected to the Apple, which I'm gonna open later. Then you will also need a multimeter to measure the voltage to make sure you are outputting the required voltage for the Apple TV. Then you need a basic flathead screwdriver and a Phillips screwdriver, pretty basic, and some kind of a pry tool to open up the Apple TV, or preferably you will need a little wire stripper, not required, otherwise you need to have knife to strip off all the wires. I'll leave all the link down in the video description if you want to buy them from Amazon. And keep in mind, this voids the Apple warranty, but I really don't care at this point. So the first thing you want to do is to use a pry tool to carefully remove the back plate. This is secured by a bunch of clips, and I already damaged one here, but shouldn't really matter because this attached really firmly back here, so not a big deal. Then if we zoom in a little bit, I'll talk about this for a sec. This is the AC, original AC input. It's a 2-prog, and those two terminals are the DC power source. So this AC goes in here and converts it to low voltage 4.3, 4.29 volts of DC, which I measured and confirmed by multiple source. So this is what we're gonna replace like this. Now, all we gotta do is to remove actually 5 Torx screws and remove this AC module. Now, before removing that AC supply in the Apple TV, let's just confirm our power source works with the correct voltage set already. Measuring from here, you can see the voltage meter says 4.3 volts. And just want to zoom in so you can see a bit more details. You need to use the flathead screwdriver to carefully turn this screw counterclockwise to reduce the voltage here. So you connect the power meter to these two terminals and monitor the desired voltage by turning this screw counterclockwise to reduce the voltage. This is 5 volts. Just to show you, confirm, this is 5 volts of 5.24 volts. Doesn't matter. Different power bank may have slightly different voltage output. This is an Anchor one with a built-in USB-C cable. Here, we are always getting 4.3 volts, regardless of the input from here. This is a voltage regulator. It makes sure we are getting the set voltage required by the Apple TV. Now we need to use a precision screwdriver. This is the T6H bit, the Torx bit, security Torx, and remove the screws. We got 3 screws securing the power module to the Apple TV body and 2 Torx screws to secure the terminal. All right, it's removed. And I forgot this AC power plug also is secured by 2 screws. Gonna remove those screws as well to take off the AC power socket. Now you can safely remove this part. Don't want to touch any of the metal parts just in case. And we need to save 2 screws to attach the power supply to these 2 terminals. I marked the positive and negative terminals just to avoid confusion. Look at, there's plenty of space for a battery and other components. It's actually very empty. And the screws are very tall because of these spacer here. It comes with a washer. I wanted to reuse these 2 silver screws, but looks like that's not gonna be possible without spacers. I couldn't find shorter screws at home, so I guess the best solution is to solder the wire to the main board. Shouldn't be too hard, just 2 wires. Right, I got the negative terminal soldered here. Now 1 more to go. That should do. I'm not the best at soldering, so bear with me. Well, moment of truth, it actually works. Check this out. I connected a portable monitor to the Apple TV here with a HDMI cable, and the Apple TV is not connected to anything else, right? Just a battery bank. The remote. Later, I'm gonna show you the how it works with my AR glasses. Then I have to, keep it in a very compact package. Even in my pocket, I can watch Apple TV as long as there's Wi-Fi connection. It works. YouTube. This is awesome. Check this out. Well, finally made it. Yeah. Soldering, it should be okay. Or I can maybe in the future 3D print some two cylinder parts as a spacer to make it easier without soldering. Maybe you guys can do it without soldering if I provide the 3D download. Yeah, this is awesome. Totally works. Yes, the full Apple TV experience. Netflix, let's try Netflix. Yes. By the way, the power consumption of the Apple TV is very low, around 2 watts to under 3 watts when streaming videos. So around 2 watts, then my AR glass is gonna consume 1.5 watts. So the combined power output is gonna be under 4 watts, maybe 3.5 to 4 watts. Yeah, this totally works. I'm so excited. Wow, look at this. Amazing. This is the solution. Now, all I gotta do is to better package this, put this chip in here with some hot glue. Ideally, you might want to use the electric tape to avoid making contacts with the other metal contact points. But I don't think these are connected anywhere. Just screws to secure the board. Therefore, I think we're good. I just use a hot glue and the power output here. I'm gonna unplug it, goes out. And the USB-C power port will reuse this port. I'll just use hot glue to secure this board here. It's a perfect fit for USB-C power input, right? By the way, just as a precaution, I decided to use the glue gun to insulate the positive and negative terminals a little bit just to avoid short circuits.